Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and this is Lynn's Wonderful World of Makeup and More. On this channel I do unboxings, tutorials, get ready with me, try-ons, first impressions, pretty much anything that has to do with makeup and fun I love to do on here. For those of you that are new, welcome. If you wouldn't mind going down and hitting that subscribe button. Also go over to your notification bell, make sure it's turned on. That way you get notified each and every time I upload a new video. For those of you that have come back, thank you. Your support means a lot to me. I am so happy to have you all in my life and being a part of this wonderful, beautiful community. It means more than you could ever know. And if you guys wouldn't mind also going over and rating my video, if you could give me a thumbs up, it really helps my channel. I am trying to work really hard to put up better content and grow my channel. This is something that I just love to do. It's become my passion, and I'd like to be able to keep doing it for a very long time. For those from the title, you know that in today's video I am going to be taking the Tarteist Pro palette and I'm going to create 3 different looks. We got this a few months back in our boxy charms. For you, those of you that got it, it did come with this little card that shows a couple of different looks and how to do them. I thought that was pretty cool for those people that aren't really, that comfortable with doing their makeup. I have had this palette for a few months, but I have not used it yet. I'm sure most everybody has seen this palette, but I'm going to show you the colors in here one more time. It's a very neutral palette. And the reason why I decided to do 3 different looks is because as much as I love playing with colors, over the past 8 months I've gotten a whole lot better at it. But I do know that there are a lot of people out there that the neutral colors is their comfort zone, and also there's times that either you need to like tone it down a little bit, or some days I just really don't feel like going through a whole lot, but I still want to look nice, so still want a real quick look and go on about my day. Excuse my hair and everything. As most of you know, I'm in the process of moving. We were supposed to finish everything up yesterday, but it was really nasty outside, so we decided to wait until tomorrow and Friday to finish everything up. I have already set my face. I will link all the products I used in my description box. Real quick, I'm gonna run over it though. I used my Bette foundation in the shade Buff. I used my e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I used my Bette blurring powder in the shade Golden Hour. And I set my eyes, where did it go? I set my eyes with the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer, eye primer that we got in our boxy charm a few months back. I will admit I am not a big fan of this primer. I think it's it ends up a little tacky. I absolutely love my Urban Decay original eye primer potion, but I only have a little teeny tiny bit left and everything else is cracked up, so I'm gonna go with that one. Like I said, I am going to create 3 looks with this palette, so I'm gonna jump on in to the first look. I really haven't decided what it is that I'm going to do, but we'll see how it turns out as we go along. I'm going to take my big this big fluffy brush right here, and I am going to go into the shade Classic, and I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid, just to kind of give me a nice smooth canvas to work with. And nothing technical there. I'm just brushing it all over my whole eyelid. And then I'm going to take this brush right here, and I think I am going to take the shade Innocent, and I'm going to put that in my crease as my transition shade. I used to only wear neutrals. Like, you could not get me to put on anything other than neutrals. Maybe a few pinks every now and then. And about, I guess what, this is August, about 8 months ago, the beginning of the new year, I started to play with colors, and I hadn't started my channel yet, but I was following another person that does makeup on YouTube, Annette's Makeup Corner, and we were talking back and forth, and I had let her know that I had just lost my grandmother, and I was really depressed, and she was helping me, giving me tips on how to work with the colors, and she sent me a nice friend mail package that had all kinds of beautiful makeup products in it. Jeffree Star Blue Blood, the Lime Crime palette. It was just a lot of stuff, but a lot of it was colors, so I really had a great time learning how to play with it. Okay, so I put Innocent down for my transition shade and my crease, and I think I am going to take this smaller brush, and right next to that is the shade Whimsy. I'm going to add that in to my crease as well, just to give it just a little more pop. Like so. And I'm not doing anything special. I'm just putting some on the brush and going back and forth in the windshield wiper motion. I bring mine up a little bit higher than my crease because I have hooded eyes, and if I don't, you can't see my transition shade. Next, I am going to take this little brush right here, and I am going to take the shade Smoked, and I'm going to put it in the outer V of my eye to darken up that area. So far, I can tell you the 3 shades that I have put on my eyes so far have all gone on very smoothly. I do have a little bit of kick up in the pan, but I pretty much think that's any and all eyeshadows, but I do not have any fallout on my face, so I really like that, because I am one of those people that I set my face before I do my eyeshadow, so if I end up with a lot of fallout on my face, it's quite a mess for me to clean up. I'm also going to take that same shade Smoked, and I'm going to put it in my under eye about 3/4 of the way. I'm trying to, I've told you guys, I got some spots on my eyes that just don't seem to like to hold the color. And I'm going to go over and do the same thing on this side. Wow, I really like this palette. Like, these colors are applying like a dream. no problems whatsoever. And they are blending together very beautifully. It's taking very little effort. I know you guys keep seeing me go back into the pan. I am very light-handed when I apply my eyeshadows, especially when it's a palette I'm using for the first time, just to get a feel of you know, certain brands and colors. I've noticed if you go in heavy-handed, you can really tell. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this brush, and I'm not going to add any product to it, but I am just going to go back and forth just to kind of blend the whimsy and the smoked together, so it's not a harsh line. I don't want anybody to be able to see where they meet. I do need to go back and just a little more smoky, just a little more smoky. And then I'm going to take this shade Ethereal, and I'm going to put that on the inside of my lid, all over where there is no color. And oh my gosh, guys, this is absolutely beautiful. Can you see that? That is a very, very pretty color. I'm glad I chose that to put in there. Like, it really brought this eye look together and gave it a kick. I am very impressed with this palette. Tarte is one of my favorite brands, and I don't really think there has been a Tarte product that I have been disappointed with. I am going to go back into Ethereal, and I am going to put it underneath of my eye, bring it over to meet where I put smoked. Gosh, guys, I don't know what to say other than I absolutely love this palette. I think it is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to go in and go with my ever faithful Cover FX palette, and I am going to, where my goodness, okay, I'm going to take my little brush and go into the brightener and put it in my inner corner for that pop. And then I'm just gonna also put it right underneath my brow bone. For those of you that watch me, you know that that is just my go-to palette. I use that for pretty much every makeup look that I do. I absolutely love this palette. I found another one that I have on the way that I for repurchase, because I want to get it before I run out. And I am just going to go in with a basic black eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Master Kajal, just like I said, in basic black. Put it in my waterline, and I am going to use my Butter London Power Up mascara. This is also in basic black. I do like this mascara. I have a very hard time with mascara, as many of you all have heard me say before. I have very thin, sparse eyelashes, so the ones that have the big fluffy applicators seem to just make a mess with my eyelashes. I always end up with them stuck together, clumps, whatever. I am really picky when it comes to the applicator on my mascaras. But I got this one in a lot that I had ordered from the Busy Beauty store. It actually came in a pack with this and a liquid eyeliner. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use liquid eyeliners, but this mascara, I really like it. It's very beautiful. I am going to use my Morphe highlighter in the shade Sparked. I'm going to use my Farrah brush, the same brush I always use for my highlighter. I really love this highlighter, y'all. Here lately, I've been using my ABH Moonchild highlighter in a lot of my looks, but this is also one of my favorite highlighters that I use all the time. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you guys can see it, it is absolutely gorgeous, in my opinion. For my blush, I am going to use my Buzzed in Blush palette. I got this like in my Glitch Glam box last month. The main reason I have this one out is because I'm packing, so most of my makeup is packed up, but I pretty much have any color that I could want in this palette. I think I'm going to go in with this peach right here and put it on. I think most of y'all have heard me say before, I'm not a big blush person, but I do use it just to add a little bit of color because I am a very pale person, and especially in the summertime, I like to not walk around looking like I'm a zombie, pretty much. And to complete the look, I'm not sure how well this is going to go with it, but I have not tried this lipstick yet, and I have been dying to try it. This is by a company called Vermilion. I've never heard of it, and the shade is Posh and Peachy. I think this is really neat because it has a top coat with it. But like I said, I've never used it before. I just took the plastic off of it right before the start of this video. That is what the applicator looks like. And let's see. Oh, that's pretty. I think that's very pretty. And I like the fact that it has a top coat with it. I really like that. So I'm going to let this dry down just for a second before I see what this top coat is like. Wow, and that dried down very nicely. That's just like a little brush. I'm not sure how I feel about. Oh, okay. I love lip gloss. Not a big fan of lipstick. And having this top coat with the lipstick, I really like that. So this is the completed look for my first look. Let me go remove this eye look, and we will, in this lipstick, and we will come back and see what I can create for the second look. Be right back. Okay, everybody, I am back. I basically just took off my first look, fixed everything up, and reapplied all the same products that I told you when I did my first one. And I am going to go in and start my second look. For my second look, I am going to start off the same way I did the first one. I'm going to take the shade Vintage and just put it all over my eyelids, just to give a nice smooth, clean canvas to start with. I absolutely, am I the only one? I love the way Tarte palettes smell. They smell like chocolate to me. So for my second look, let's see. For my second look, I am going to go in with the shade Profesh, and that is what I am going to put in my crease. Same as last time, nothing fancy, just a little windshield wiper motion to put it down for my transition shade. Every color in this palette that I have used so far is just absolutely gorgeous, and it lays down so nicely. They are very, very easy to work with. Then I'm going to take my little smaller brush, and I am going to take the shade Mod, and I am going to go over where I just laid Profesh, just to add a little hint of color in my crease. Not a lot. I'm going in very light-handed. I go in light-handed anyways, especially when it's a palette that I've never used before. I like to get a feel for how well they go on, and these colors go on very smoothly. I am absolutely in love with this palette. I wish I hadn't waited so long to use it. What did I do with, okay, so now I am going to take my flat brush, and I am going to take the shade Drama, and that is what I am going to use in the outer V of my eye to darken it up and give it some depth. And as you can see, these colors apply like a dream. I think this may be the easiest palette I have ever worked with. Have any of you guys used your palette? I'm sure most of you have. It's been about 2 months. What did you guys think about how it performed? Do you like it? Are you a neutral person? Like I said, I used to swear by neutrals. I wouldn't use anything else. And then earlier this year, I started to play with colors, and I pulled away from the neutrals. I'm also going to put Drama in my lower lash line, just about 2/3 of the way. I cannot say this enough. This palette is absolutely gorgeous and so easy to work with. This would be a very good palette for someone who is just beginning to play with makeup because they go on so smoothly, and there's no patchiness, no fallout. It's just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I pretty much have quite a few Tarte palettes, and I don't think that there has been a palette by Tarte yet, or any product for that matter that I've gotten from Tarte that I just didn't like. Y'all have to excuse me, my allergies are kicking up. I walked outside in between the first look and the second look to smoke a cigarette, and the pollen is high today. And on this side, I just did the same thing. Put Drama in my outer V and lower lash line. Like I said, I do bring my colors up a little higher because I have hooded eyes, and if I don't, you just can't see them. I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm just going to use a circular motion while I'm going back and forth to soften up where the two colors come together. I don't want you to be able to see where one starts and the other one stops. And for my lid, I think I am going to go in. I am going to take this brush. I have like 1,000,001 brushes, and I swear I use the same 5 or 6 brushes every day. But I am going to go into Minx, and I am going to put that on my lid where I didn't have any color. This color also applies very nicely. I'm going to, if I can find the brush, guys, it was just right here. I swear it was. Okay, well, I'm going to go back with this one, and I am going to put it in my lower lash line and have it meet up with Drama. I'm going to take this Glam right here, and it's just a little bit lighter. I'm going to use my finger for this. Can you guys see that? And I am going to just tap it over top of the color Minx to lighten it up a bit. That is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It really, really, really pulled that out, I think. And I am going to go back in to my Cover Effects, grab my little brush, take the brightener, pop it in my inner corners. Also put a little bit in my brow, underneath my brow bone. I'm going to take this brush and just blend it a little bit so that it all comes together. I think for this one, just to add a slight bit of color into the mix, I'm going to take my Milani eyeliner. Let me see if I can, and it is in the shade Duchess. It is a purple, but it's not a really deep purple. It's more of a subtle one. Like I said, I just want to give a little hint of color to this look. And as you can see, like I said, just with the first look, I had no fallout, which I absolutely love, because I am one of those people that set my face before I do my eyeshadow. So if I end up with a lot of fallout, it is a hot mess to clean up. I am going to go back in with my Butter London Power Up mascara. And just put that on my eyelashes. I think this week I'm going to attempt again to use some eyelashes I got a set in my Glitz Glam box last month, and I'm going to try again. Nothing beats a failure but a try, and hopefully if I keep practicing, I might actually get good at it, because I have very, very sparse, thin eyelashes. I'm also going to once again use my Morphe highlighter in the shade Spark. I like this highlighter a lot, especially when I am using neutral colors. I've been playing a lot with my ABH Moonchild highlighter palette that I got earlier this week when I'm using my colors, and it is gorgeous. But I think when I use neutral on my eyes, a gold highlighter works out a little bit better. And I'm going to grab my Buzzed and Blush palette again, if I can get it open. And I think this time I am going to, what am I going to do, guys? What am I going to do? Well, first off, I need to find my brush, and I can't seem to figure out what I did with it. So let me just grab another one. I'm going to grab this little Farrah brush, and I'm going to take the brown right there in the middle. The names are on the outside of this one, and that shade is called Bourbon Cola. Just going to add a little bit to my cheeks, just to give me some color. And let's see, for my lipstick, I think I am going to go in with my NYX Lingerie lipstick in the shade Liply. I really like this lipstick. I got it in the NYX Advent calendar that came out last Christmas. And for my finishing touch, I am going to go in with my Estee Lauder lip gloss in the shade Moonstar. I love this lip gloss. I got it in, I don't think it was the last lot, but the one before that I ordered from the Busy Beauty store. So this would complete the second look that I am doing with this palette. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? I'm going to step away from the camera for a moment, take this all off, and we are going to come back for the third and final look. Okay, everyone, I am back to do my third and final look for this video. Once again, everything is the same. Just took off what I had on and touched everything up so that it was fresh. I'm going to take that big fluffy brush again, go into vintage, and set that down on my eye to get everything nice and smooth. I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to take this brush and I am going to go into the shade, let's see, I'm going to go into the shade Indie, and I am going to put that in my crease to use that for my transition shade. I just cannot reiterate enough how much I love this palette and how easy it is to apply these colors. I mean, it is just absolutely amazing. There has not been one color so far that I have had an issue with. I'm going to go into the shade Edgy and just lightly put that over top of where I just put Indie. Just to bring it out a little bit more. I barely have to put any of this on my brush to get it to go onto my eye, which I really like that too. Trying to even that out, make sure everything is how it's supposed to be. It's been so long since I really used neutrals. Like I said, you couldn't pay me to use colors, and ever since I really started playing with them, I haven't used my neutral shades palettes in forever. So next I am going to go into the shade Vamped, and that is what I am going to use in my outer V. And this shade is also just as buttery and beautiful as the other ones, and it is going on like a dream. I am absolutely in love with this palette. I'm also gonna put it in my lower lash line, same as the other one, about 2/3 of the way in. And I'm gonna go over and do the same thing on the other side. I know this video is a little longer than the ones I usually do. but I really wanted to do more than one look with this palette. Since I never really do neutral palettes on here, I just thought it would be neat to try to come up with more than one look. And by the way, guys, this is my absolute very first time using this palette, so I guess this is also kind of a first impression. And as you guys can tell from my reaction and me saying it 1,000 times, this palette is gorgeous, and the colors apply so beautifully, because I am by no means a makeup expert, and I think this is the easiest palette I have ever worked with. I'm going to take my brush, and I'm not going to add any product to it. I'm just going to blend those two together so I can soften up the edge. I don't want anybody to be able to tell where the one starts and the other one finishes. I'm going to add a little bit more vamp to this side to try to even it out with the other side. And for the inside of my eye, I am going to take the shade Trendy. It is a very pretty blue, as you can see, but it also shifts. It has the shift to the brown in it as it moves in the light. I am using my finger to apply this color. I just think it makes it show up better, and it's so much easier than trying to pack it on with a brush. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is absolutely gorgeous. I think this look might be my favorite of the three. I want you guys drop me a comment below and let me know which look was your favorite. And let me know, what looks have you guys come up with in your palette? Do you like your palette as much as I love mine? Because I just am absolutely in love with this palette from the very first look down to this one. I'm going to go back in and just make sure that I blended that really good, and I'm going to just make sure that I don't have any gaps. I have certain spots on my eyes where the color just does not want to go. Wow, I absolutely love this. For this look, I am going to take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cobalt. It is a deep blue color. Trying to bring out the blue in that shade Trendy that I put on the inner part of my I, even though I am doing neutral looks, I do like to add a little pop of color. And once again, I am going to grab my Butter London Power Up mascara. I think this is the first mascara that I found that I don't need to use two different ones when I'm applying it. I think I've said in a couple of videos, I usually use two different mascaras, but with this one, I don't have to. I think maybe, ooh, that was, I dropped it, sorry guys. I think later on this week, I might attempt to try to use some lashes again. I do have another beautiful set that I got in my Glitz Glam box last month. For those of you that are new, you guys haven't heard the story. For those of you that have been here before, you know the first time I attempted to use lashes, I glued my eyes together. And I'm going to grab my trusty Cover FX palette, pop that brightener in my inner corner, also a little bit under my brow bone. I'm going to just blend it in. And I absolutely love this eye look. I am positive that out of all three, this one is my favorite. Like I said, let me know down below which one is your favorite. Because yes, this one is definitely my favorite. I'm going to go back in with my Morphe highlighter. Grab that blush palette that I've been using throughout this video. I think for this one, I am going to add a little bit of pink. Just to do something a little different. And for my lipstick for this one, I think I am going to use my NARS in the shade Toledo. Not really sure how you say that one, guys, but I love this shade, even though I use a lot of colors in my eyes now. I still tend to stick to the basic shades when I'm doing my lipstick. I don't know if I have enough in here. This is my Too Faced Rich and Dazzling lip gloss in the shade Copper Penny. As you guys can see, I'm down to scraping the sides because I absolutely love this one, and when I reordered it, I got a different shade. I got Pants Off. But this is my third and final completed look. Like I said, drop a comment below. Tell me what you think. Which one was your favorite? That's pretty much all I have for today. I know this was an extra long video, so if you stayed with me this long, thank you very much. If you haven't already done it, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Also, please go over and rate my video. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, if you like me doing more than one look with a palette, so I know and I can do it more often. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You don't have to like every video I put up. Either way, it really helps my channel. And that's about all I have for today. Thank you for being here. I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. I know this was an extremely long video. Until next time, love and hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.